Hi everybody, my name is Olivia Gudaniec and I'm a video strategist, I'm an actress, I'm a TV host, and you're watching The Olivia G Show. Today we're going to be joined by Mariabello and we're going to talk all about influencer marketing as well as through a brand's perspective. So as we just wait for Maria to send me a request.
Hi.
Hello! Hi Maria, how are you? It's good to see
Hi, my
you.
dear. Yes, how are you? You
I'm
see me
okay,
well?
I'm okay. Oh yeah, I guess we're both doing the curly hair.
Yeah, like
Rocking
that.
it. Curly hair girls unite.
Yay.
For the people who are just coming in, tell us really briefly like what your job is, just so we can kind of establish that before I start firing off my
Yes.
questions.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Maria Bello. I'm a PR and communication strategist, and I've been working in this field for around 6 years. And my background was working with an agency based in Los Angeles that worked with beauty brands and fashion and entertainment brands as well in Latin America. At the time, I was living in Colombia. I'm Colombian, by the way.
Yeah, I just went to
Yeah.
Colombia not that long
Ah,
ago.
yes. I remember your
Amazing.
pictures. So with them, I worked with really amazing brands and I learned a lot of things from different industries, which is amazing to know how to approach to different influencers or media based on the industries that you're working with. And here I'm working as a public relations manager for a mattress in a box company, 100% Canadian, which is really amazing. And it's called Polysleep. And it's really cool because it's a new industry for me, but there's so many amazing things you can do with this brand, especially with the values, and that's something that we're going to talk about later. But like the values of the brand, it's something that was very aligned with my values, which is super important when you're working with a brand and with influencers. But basically, that's a resume of who I am and what I do.
Amazing, amazing. Well, we're happy to have you. So let's start off with
Yeah.
what is a successful influencer campaign to you?
So, if like a successful influencer campaign, well, it depends, especially first, it comes from the brand, like what is the scope of the campaign and what are the values of the brand that you want to share outside, and also find people that are truly aligned with these values. That's what I was talking about the values because as an influencer, it's important to know about your pillars and the values that represents you, no matter how big or small you are, but who are you and how you're impacting other people's lives. So when you find brands that are aligned with those values, there is when you have a successful campaign.
Absolutely. So how do you measure ROI? What numbers do you look for? If you partner with an influencer and there is no engagement or no sales, what happens? Like,
Yeah, that's something tricky because from the PR standpoint, that's something that you need to educate the brands that you're working with also and the team, like the marketing and sales team, because PR, you have to have like a return of investment, right? But it's something that you have to be aligned with the marketing objectives and sales objectives and also the tactics that they are doing as well. Because I can put people to, for example, to your store or your website, but if you're not doing a successful marketing campaign and you're not finally engaging the person to sell the product, I did my part from the communication standpoint, but at the end, everything it's aligned. That's where you have to be um, like aligned with your team, like talk and communicate with sales, with marketing, and understand also their vision or their objective. So how you, from the communication and PR standpoint, you can push people to go to that goal. You know?
is it
So
stressful, Maria? Because
yeah,
like you never know, right? You never
you
know if it's
never
gonna.
know. You never know, and I think as PR and communications, you need to communicate, you need to
Oh yeah.
understand, and also when you're working with an influencer as well, you need to understand like managing expectations from your business and also from the influencer, and you are like that connecting point between both of them. That's how I see PR and communication, and something that is super aligned with me one of my pillars in my life and in my career, it's to connect. So it's really interesting, but of course it's stressful because like communicating with people, it's not easy. And you need to find a better way to communicate with each other and manage their expectations. And I think key for me is to be transparent. Be transparent with your team, be transparent with an influencer or any media that you're working with. Because yeah, at the end, maybe you're expecting higher things for what I can offer you.
Yeah, for sure. And I see questions coming in, so we're gonna tackle questions at the end, but I see them coming in, and if you want to put them in the question box, I'll be able to reference
Bring
them,
them
but I
all,
don't.
bring them all.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I just want to stress that influencer marketing is media advertising, and it's all about encouraging that engagement, the action, and hopefully reaching a certain demographic because that's what I
Yeah,
guess
exactly.
you're both going for.
And there you're working together with the marketing team, and um, you have to have like a good, from the brand standpoint, like a good team that knows how to um, use these demographics and put these advertising to the like to reach the right people.
Yeah, and that leads me into contracts. Like, do you always have a contract with an influencer?
Yes. Yes,
And
yes, yes.
do
And I
they
think it's super important.
do they ever present you with a contract or you're always, by
It
the way, here?
depends. It
So,
depends. I have influencers that come with their own contract, or I build mine. For example, in Polysleep, we have our contract. So it depends. People, it's as I said, it's a relationship. What works better for you? Do you have your own contract? Okay, send it to me and we can see. And if you don't have it, okay, here's mine. So
it'll
yeah.
get done, but a contract is always
It's
encouraged.
super important, like to
Yeah, because
have
you need to,
clear, like
yeah.
what is the outcome. Um, like if there's payment or not, if it's just product exchange, when you're gonna post, because some people like I have amazing relationship with many influencers, but you have as well people that are like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like, hey, and you have to like chase them to post things.
Yeah.
So be clear of dates when you or okay, between this date and this date, you're gonna post this thing, or you're going to do a giveaway, or going to do a product exchange, or the value as well of the product that you're giving to the influencers, because sometimes people get used to receive products, but they didn't know the value of it. So I think as a brand, it's important to share to them the value of that product. I'm giving you this, that value, this amount of money. So this is something that represents also something for me, especially for small businesses that wanted to work with influencers. That's super important for them to show the value of your product, this
No.
costs for me as well effort.
Yeah, it's effort on everyone's part, so it's really just being respectful, aware. I mean, I always put in my research, so I would assume if you want to be an influencer, like study the brand, see what things are listed as.
Important. Yeah.
It's a two-way street. What about influencer marketing agencies? Have you ever pulled from those? And if you have, what was that experience like? And if you haven't, what have you heard about them?
Honestly, I didn't have the opportunity yet to work with an influencer agency. I have friends that have their own influencer agencies, but
Okay.
I didn't have the chance to work with them. It depends. For example, I have people that they have I connect with them directly, but then they lead me to their account or manager or PR manager,
Oh,
which is good
interesting.
as well, because at the end, if it's a celebrity or it's a person that it's too busy, you you talk the same language with the agent. So at the end, sometimes you need to find the right words to say something to someone, like, no, we can't do this, or maybe we want this. When you're talking with the agent, it's like more like, okay, we're in the
Yeah,
same
same, yeah.
field, so you understand this, and it's a better way to manage it. That happens to me a couple of times, but I never went directly to
To
a
an
talent
agency.
agency or influencer agency. No.
I was looking into it yesterday, and I'm not going to share any names just because I'm not part of one and I don't know anyone that actually is part of one right now. And one of them seemed to be like almost like an app. So it's like not an
Mm.
app, more like a database. So like I would sign up, my friends would sign up, and then you as a brand would come up, you choose a package, and then I guess they get posted on like a platform, and then we can pick and choose. And then there were other agencies where I guess it's more like of a talent manager
Mm-hmm,
position
mm-hmm.
where the talent agent's like, hey, I found a campaign for you with Polysleep. Do you want to collaborate with them? And this is the requirements. So it's
My
interested.
questions,
Yeah.
yeah, my question there, I'm not I'm not a fan of transactional relationships. I think when you're working with an influencer, you need to build a relationship with that person. We're people, like I can't put a brief there and you contact me, but at the end, how engaging that post will be or that collaboration or how, I don't know, I feel that it's too elaborate, like an advertising, like a catalog that is like, hi, this. But I don't know if they connect the brand with the influencer before doing the collaboration. I can't tell because I didn't work directly with this type of platforms. I used to go to reach the people directly. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's a platform where you only post a brief and people execute and you pay, that's not my type of work, the way to work. Maybe for other people that works, I don't know, but definitely for me, you
Yeah.
need to build a
How do you build?
relation.
How do you do that?
Yeah,
Like as a brand or a small business, let's say I want to possibly hire two influencers. Like how do I reach out? How do I start networking with them and creating that? Like, yes, I want that's a person I want to do a contest with or
hmm.
give away.
So for me, it's like when you're dating someone. So
That keeps
how
coming
you
up
want to, yeah.
in the
No, but
marketing one.
yeah, it's funny because, for example, I'm gonna give you two examples as a brand and as if influencer is contacting me, if I'm contacting someone or if someone is contacting me. So sometimes I receive a lot of emails. I can say like in a week I can receive like 13 emails for influencers, and I'm like, okay, I have many things to do. I don't have time to to read all these emails. And it's funny because some of them are like, hey, I want to collaborate. I have this number of followers. Uh, let's talk. It's like, okay, hi, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, hello, nice to meet you, Maria. So who you are, like, tell me a
Yeah.
little bit more about you. So it's like when you're in those dating apps, like, show a little bit who you are. What are you looking for? What are your values? And that's where I'm always focused on pillars and values. So as a brand, be clear of the values of the brand and also the pillars of like the campaign. If you have a specific campaign, what are you going to focus on? To give you an example, the brand that I'm working with, Polysleep, we have different angles. We have the ecological side. We have the 100% Canadian brand. We have the antimicrobial foam. So what is those things that you are going to focus and then find someone that will be interested on it and have the same values to work with. If you want to talk with someone that it's about health, so this person is going to think about the ecological side and the like the
Oh, that's
bugs that you
interesting.
can compost. No, maybe you go and talk about the antimicrobial foam. That's something that they maybe will love. So focus on your
So,
main pillars
yeah.
and your values, even if you're an influencer or a brand, and then go for the brand or go for the influencers that you know that will listen to these values. When you have values aligned, everything like magic comes out. Creativity, everything, you build an authentic relationship with this person because at the end, for me, it's like me, Maria, talking with Olivia, and I'm representing Polysleep. But how I'm connected with you and me, I need to be aligned as well with the brand that I'm working with because if I'm working with someone that is not aligned with me, will be like very forced,
Awkward. Yeah.
to put, but
Yeah.
if you believe in a brand, you can talk about it. And that's exactly the same thing you as an influencer. If you believe in that brand, if you believe in the values, it's going to be
Natural.
natural from you
Yeah.
to talk about it. And people will believe it. It's not forced, it's not like, oh, hi, this product, like it, I love it. It's like, no, you really feel it.
So I guess it's a good time to show you
I don't know
my
if I
Bali
answered.
sleep pillow.
Yeah.
So Maria and I did collaborate a couple
Yeah, we do
months ago.
collaborate.
So yeah, highly recommend those pillows, throwing it out there. I tell everybody because yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
went
I have
through
mine too, and it's not because I'm working with the brand. They're really good.
yeah, no, it makes a difference. So when you
Yeah.
work with influencers, do you ever put in your contract, let's say you cannot work with other companies that are in direct competition?
It depends. It depends of the type of collaboration that you're doing. If it's a long-term relationship,
Long term.
long-term relationship, of course, you need to be coherent and consistent of the content that you're posting. And also, people that come. I had a person that came to me, and this person was recently working with another mattress company, and I was like, well, sorry, you're so nice, good, but yeah, it's not coherent, you know? So I didn't have to put that statement on the contract because there are specific collaborations, like short-term collaborations, but long-term collaborations, yes, for sure, it will be better. Like, and that's part of the values of the influencer, you know? You expect that from them.
Yeah, because
I don't
you
know.
don't want somebody talking about your product this week and next week the next best product is another your competing company and it's like what are you doing?
And it's that it's even worse for the influencer. I think it's a personal opinion. Like if I see you talking about a brand and then you're talking about the competitor, it's like, okay. So I think nowadays people understand more how social media works and how when people are really doing things just to, I'm an
Make
influencer and
money
I'm sure,
or
yeah, I
yeah.
make money. Like people realize that and that will be good for a short time, like period of time, but on the long term, people will be bored because it's not
Yeah.
authentic, I think.
Yeah. What about viral videos? People go viral all the time. Do you guys ever as a company reach out to those people that went viral and offer them product?
Give me an example, like viral videos, like people
Like
that became
hopping
famous
on
because,
yeah, like hopping on a trend. I don't know. Let's say I can't even think of a viral video, or even all the TikTokers that went viral. Like,
mm,
is it worth it for you as a brand to reach out and maybe send them something in hopes that, or is it just
again,
not
I think it
sustainable?
depends of the campaign that you're doing. If it's something that you want to put like brand exposure, yeah, why not? But if it's something that is going to cost a lot for you to do, and what is the return of investment there? Like you need to be strategic on that. It depends of the brand as well. If you're a brand that your pillar and your values are is to have fun and I don't know, like be creative and blah, like of course go ahead and find this kind of people. But if you're a brand that you're more like, I don't know, into beauty or me, for example, in mattresses, like it depends. I think it depends of the campaign and the scope of the project that you're working with.
Yeah, it makes sense. For me, I would personally think it's not sustainable because yes, they might have one viral video, but you don't know if that's going to happen again. But
Yeah,
they do have
exactly.
the
And
eyeballs on
it's
them for
the
a little bit.
value behind the person. If this is one video that was viral and you want to go to that person again, but no, I think that's other things better to
Yeah.
do.
And have you ever planned like an influencer event or have the companies you worked for and how did that go? How do you decide who comes in? Is it only the long-term relationships or is it people that you've worked with once? Do you invite them? What's
Look,
the goal
again,
of those?
I think everything goes from the scope. So if you want to track new clients or new or create new relationships, go for good people. Like you have to invite new people, you know, and also people that these girls or these because if we're talking about influencers, like influencer activation, brand activation, so bring people that other girls are looking up for, are looking up to, or for,
Up
like
to, yeah.
up to,
Yeah.
looking up
You
to,
got it. You got
and because this, yeah, because
it.
these girls will be like, oh, okay, she's gonna be there, and this is a girl I look up to, so I want to be there too. So try to find these key influencers that other ones like micro nano influencers are looking up to, and invite them and invite these new people as well. But if you want to make like an event with people that you already work with, so yeah, you focus on the people that you already work with and maybe invite a couple of new ones that are aligned with them and you want them to bring to your company as a partner.
Would you
So it's
recommend
very
like a
strategic. You need to be a
no,
strategic
yeah,
on that. Like at the end, it's like, what is the point of bringing these people here? So engagement, people that are already working with you, and it's like a thank you, thank you for supporting us. Or I want to increase my audience with nano micro influencers. So what would be my strategy for them to come?
So if you're a small business and you want to start working with influencers, I don't know, would you invite them, maybe not have like a whole event because you're a small business, but would you maybe invite them one-on-one on coffee? Or like what's a way that they can start that?
Look, I love brand activations and small ones when you can interact with people. So if you're a small business, my advice is put budget in one person that people are looking up to. So that person will promote this activation with other influencers, saying like, hey, I'm going to be there, blah, blah, blah. And invite the other people and also show the value. Like, what are you going to take out from this event? Why you must be there? Like, what do I have that I want to share this value with you? Because people receive many, many, many invitations for events. So what are you going to bring out from this? Take out
Like
from
how are you
this,
going to stand out? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about I've got so many questions. A PR,
You go
like
ahead.
little packages. Like, do you guys send those out? Are they always a surprise? Do you kind of expect or hope that the influencer will share the PR package? What do you include in
Excellent
these little ones?
question. I love that because as a PR, you need to educate your client. So if you people have a small business, listen and learn because people sometimes think that sending gifts means that this influencer must post and they have to post something about you and thank you and oh my God, it's like, no, you're not God. Like, okay, so no.
Yeah.
These gifts for me as a PR, it's like I'm gonna start building a relationship with you. So I'm not expecting anything from you. I only want to show you what I do. If you like it, you're gonna share it. Maybe you like it and you don't want to share it because you want to be paid or you want to have a campaign, blah blah. But that's something that with all my clients as a PR, I had to educate them to tell them, hey, don't think with the marketing mentality that everything that comes out has to have a revenue. No, this is a relationship, public relations. So how you build a relation, like flirting. I was saying, like if you're going to date someone, how like send him some flowers, send her some flowers, or him, why not? Flowers or chocolates or invite them to a coffee but you're not expecting nothing on return because you want them to know who you are. And I think key if you are the marketing team that are approaching an influencer or you're a PR, people will fall in love with you. So you are the representative of this, you represent this brand, but you need to build that connection with the person. And I think that's the success as a PR, how to connect with these people, how to connect with you, Olivia. And at the end, you can be my great Insta friend, like you never know.
Yeah.
But people know, oh, okay, yeah, that's Olivia, or yeah, that's Maria. And same thing with an influencer. It's like she's so nice, she's so open, she comes with great ideas. She's not all the time looking for a transactional relationship. Like it's like, okay, I'll give you this. What are you gonna bring me? Like, no, and some people were like that, but I don't like that. And if you send these gifts, it's because you want them to know about you and try to to create like a long-term relationship with them.
I love that because I personally, when I've gotten things, I only share them obviously if I like them, but I do feel as a influencer, a bit of pressure, like you've spent the time, the money, the energy to send me something, like I've got to do something for you.
With it, yeah. And also, sometimes you can approach influencers if you don't feel comfortable sending things without asking. Ask them like, hey, it's Maria from Polish Sleep, for example. So we have this new product. We want to send it to you. And if it's not a product, chocolates, be creative. I love giving an experience to a person, even if it's an event or if you're sending something, like that when the person receives this box is like, wow, this is so cool that, oh, you think about this detail, oh my God, and at least an Insta story like, hey, thank you so much, look, this is so cute. Boom, that's it. But if they don't want to do it, don't expect that, but always try to offer like an experience to the person. So maybe you don't feel that pressure when you receive it, because you feel so, oh my God, this is so cute. I need to share this, but it's not like, oh my God, I need to make a post because they sent me this, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, like just hearing all about the relationship aspect of it, because I did, especially in the beginning, see it as more of a transactional experience. Because I that's how I assumed, like people are gifted things from companies. They want to make money, they want awareness. I always just thought of it that way. But now that I've actually been in the industry and even talking to you, that relationship, I mean, you've emphasized it pretty much. So it's definitely something I look forward to now. And yeah,
Yeah.
I
No, at the end, we're people. We're people. You're dealing with people. You need to connect. That's my pillar, and that's why I want to share that. Connect. Find a connection with the people. Find a connection. And things are so simple after you know, like, your values and how to connect with someone that speaks your same language. It's like, okay, I don't need to explain you how to do this
yes.
because you got it. And it's
Yeah.
natural and it's like authentic.
It's like finding your boyfriend or girlfriend. Going back to the
Exactly.
dating
And if you want
experience.
a long-term relationship, you need to be patient and you need to be
Exactly.
there. And
Exactly.
the
You're not gonna
same
come out
way
with
as
a
an
ring.
influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine. Hi, I'm Maria. I want that house. I want that car. I want these kids. I love your eyes. I want my kids to have your eyes. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, calm
Like,
down.
okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
I
and
think
that happens to me sometimes. It's like, hi, can you send me another mattress? That happens. It's like, hi, I'm good. Thank you. You know? So it's like, yeah, can you send me another mattress, please? Or can I have two pillows and blah? It's like, so no, you have
yeah.
to, hey, hi,
Yeah.
how are you? And those are the ones that I'm not gonna even read or reply because it's kind of rude, you know,
Well, I
to
guess
come
when people,
to.
yeah, it is rude. I mean, but I guess when people have such a large following, it's almost like they're doing you a favor, I think.
I
Because it's like,
get what
oh,
you're saying, but that's not the way I
no,
work.
for sure.
And you can be this celebrity, of course. And now I think people are when people are big, they know how to be strategic to come to you. That's how I think. Like people can say, okay, you know what? I have these values and I have this amount of people and this is my reach. So hey, Olivia, how are you? So I want to work with you because I really love your products, blah blah blah. So I hope you already know who I am, blah blah blah. This is my, I don't know, my numbers or whatever. And let's talk. It's that. It's like, let's talk.
It's that
Let's,
extra bit of effort that you're putting in to, yeah, formulate a relationship. Because if it's so cut and dry, I mean, I personally wouldn't want to work with that person. You definitely don't want to work with that person.
mhm.
All right, let's get to our questions because they keep coming in and I don't want to be losing them. So somebody just asked, what's the best way to connect? I'm guessing she's asking with brands, leaving a comment, DM, or email.
But it's the best way to connect, leaving comment, DM, email. Um, I think DM and email. Because for me, for example, I receive a lot of DM, but in this like a request, I don't know, like that it's not in your
Yeah,
primary, you
because if
know?
you're not friends, it goes into a separate
And
little
sometimes
category.
you don't
miss
even
it.
know that there's a lot of people talking to you. So you can DM and send an email and follow up. Sometimes I'm super busy, like with things to do as well. So sometimes I don't have the time to reply immediately. So follow up. Do your follow up and show your interest. For me, a good timing, it's maybe if you send an email, I don't know, Tuesday, maybe Thursday, Friday, come back. I heard people are like, in a week. No, in a week, there's many things that are happening in a week. Like in the same week, like 1 or 2 days after, it's like, hey, hi, did you receive my email? I'm really interested to have like talking with you, or can we have like a short, I don't know, 5-10 minutes meeting, you
Conversation.
know?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan of email too because DMs kind of get lost, but I do
And
find,
know the brand, know about the brand, like have
well,
your
yeah,
time to make your
research a
research
little
about the
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go in blinded. Okay, more questions. Do you or have you ever partnered with successful podcasters for brand partnerships? Why or why not?
Yes, I'm not gonna
Oh,
give numbers,
no, yeah, that's fine.
but numbers, names,
Names.
but yes, and it was really good. I think it's a good experience. You need to be strategic with what type of podcasters and like the content as well that they do. And
That's so
yeah,
interesting because you
it's
wouldn't initially think, because I would say you would prefer a visual platform because you get to see the product.
no, and it's really good. Like the ones that we did, and they were really good. It was a famous podcast here in Canada. Like it was super good, and the return on investment was super high.
Oh,
So
good.
definitely be strategic on who you are doing this, and of course you need to put a little bit of budget there, but it depends as well of your scope and the budget that you have. But definitely you can do great things with podcasts.
Oh, amazing. That's so exciting. Okay, next question. How many influencers or content creators do you work with at a time? Like, do you have a minimum or a maximum?
Well, yeah, actually it depends of the campaign, and
Yeah.
also sometimes you want to work with so many, but you don't have the time to manage so many influencers. So if there's an influencer here, if sometimes you think I'm not good enough because they didn't pick me, or they said no, but it's not because you're not good enough. It's because like we don't have the time to work with so many people. Maybe that's
Interesting.
why some talent or influencer agencies are out there, because they can manage those things for you and execute and follow up for you. I don't know. As I told you, I didn't work yet with any talent agency,
Agency, yeah.
but it's not because you're not good, but definitely you need to put like a limit, especially for projects if you're doing like big collaborations, or not even big collaborations. It's just like sending a product, they need to post, they need to do that, and you need to approve the copy and all this stuff, and you're doing extra things on your side. So you need to know how to manage that with your time, and also to have a good piece at the end. Because if you're doing many things and
Yeah, you don't
it's
want to
not
lose
of good
track too, right?
quality, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's quality over quantity. Okay, next question. Does everyone that pitches to you submit a media kit, and is it that necessary for a collaboration? So
I
media
think
kit with all
it's
their numbers and
I knew people were gonna ask it, but okay. The thing for me, Maria, with media kits is that I don't look to the numbers directly, but I want to see what are you doing? Who are you working with? If you can ask other brands that you work with to have not like a review, but like the
testimonials.
results, testimonials, or just results, a case study for a project, that it's more valuable for me than just knowing how much you're gonna cost me, for a collaboration. No, yeah. So
Interesting,
it's like,
interesting.
okay, or if you have a blog, that's as well something important. What are your platforms? If you have YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or you have a blog, or you have TikTok, or you have podcast, like with those things, it's like, okay, how we can collaborate with just a one collaboration. For example, if you do a video, you can build a podcast with the audio or just pictures or a small shots of like videos during a week, for example, for a product, something, like for me, that's the most valuable part of having the media kit.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay, let's keep going. Do you ever post about brand partnerships on a public platform? I guess that kind of goes to like would you post it on Facebook looking for influencers or on Instagram?
That we're looking for people?
Yeah. Would you ever post it on a public platform?
No.
Okay.
Like, now I didn't understand the question. Like, if I post in a public,
like let's say new
can I see the
2.0 pillows are coming out. Would you
collaborate with us or?
Yeah, like would you put on Instagram, hey, looking for new micro influencers? No, you would never.
No, never.
Advertise
Never.
that. Okay.
No. Now, if you're a marketing agency or something like related with like an agency, maybe in your platforms as an agency.
Okay.
But as a client, no.
Okay. Next, how do you vouch or like look up new influencer partnerships? Like when you're looking into somebody, how do you kind of say, yes, that's the person, or no?
Good question. And I think it's the scope of the project. You start from that. And I think it's something that I've been repeating a lot, but definitely it depends on the scope of the project and what are we expecting from, and to be aligned, as I said before, with your sales, marketing strategies. And okay, who has these things that we need, or these values, or these sometimes, because for me, numbers are not that important, to be honest with you. It's more like how this person is connecting with the audience, how this person is aligned with things that we have. Those are the things. I think we went through all of them before, but it's basically the values of the brand. Does this person is aligned with these values? How this person is connected with the audience is like an authentic connection. And also, I missed the last one. I forgot. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. They can just rewatch. We'll be posting this as a replay too, guys. So if you're just coming in now, no worries. Okay, let's just go on to the next one. Do you monitor hashtags? Like, let's say I posted about with Polysleep. Did you look through the hashtags?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a good way. It's a good way to. Hey, Sharon. It's a good way to track the impact of a campaign. If you have a specific hashtag for a campaign, you can track through there. But you need to be clear with the people you're working with to post that hashtag, because some people don't do that, and you have to put that in your contract and be clear that, okay, this is the hashtag of this campaign, or anything that you post with us has to be, for example, hashtag Polysleep, or so you can track these.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, makes sense. So yeah, if you've got a specific hashtag, make sure it gets put in there. Next, do you tell influencers what to write in their captions?
I didn't hear. Did you ask?
Do you tell influencers what to write in their captions?
No.
Never?
No. What I do, it's like the main ideas, or the key messages. Key messages, that's super important in PR. Be clear of the key messages of the brand, key messages of the campaign, and align them with the influencer. So, because at the end it's their platform. And I know about brands that are like super strict, like you have to do this, and the picture needs to be with this angle, and you have to put this like that. And that's not natural. And you have to put this specific copy. I don't believe in that. If the influencer tell me like, you know what, like, can you do it for me? Because I don't know.
Has that happened?
Yeah, once. Once. But it was in Colombia, and it was for a specific project that we want everyone to talk for specific things. So we gave them like the template.
Yeah.
But that happens just once. Here, it's like, and that never happened. And if you're an influencer, well, that's what you do, no?
Yeah, like you
So,
want to connect naturally with your audience, and if
but
somebody
if
else
you're
is
a
writing,
brand, yeah, but if you're a brand, be clear of your key messages and the things that you want them to talk about.
absolutely. Okay, next question. Budgets for brand partnerships. Is there a set amount dedicated each month? So do you have
Well,
like a
that depends
cap?
of your budget. Yeah, that depends of your budget.
Yeah.
Like in PR, sometimes it depends. If you're in an agency, like you depend of the client's budget monthly. Sometimes it depends of the deal that you have with the client. If it's a budget, monthly budget, or quarter or year, and you manage it. As well, if you're a client, well, me, for example, I have my budget for PR, so you manage that, and based on the budget that you have, well, there's where you need to be creative.
Exactly, exactly. So who makes the final call to work with an influencer?
Who makes the final call?
Call.
The team.
Yeah.
The
So
team.
it's
I
not like one
always sit with my
person.
team. No, no, because as I told you, like you need to be clear with sales expectations, marketing expectations, and PR expectations. So I always try to share the people I'm bringing to a project with with my team, because at the end, like maybe they have bigger expectations for someone that is just like, no, 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 wait a minute, like we're not doing this with this person, or you give me a little bit more budget for this, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely the team. For me, it's like teamwork.
I like that. I like that. I guess I kind of pictured it that like you would bring someone on, you would review it to the team, but maybe the head of, I don't know, marketing or the company did the final yes, no. Like,
No, in my
that's
case,
interesting.
we work as a team. We all
I love
work as
that.
a team, and yeah, sales, marketing, and PR, you need to be all aligned. Not easy, but
So if you, yeah,
you
so
need
if you
to
get,
find the right
yeah.
point, like to be balanced and say, okay, this works, and maybe you're expecting this, so let's put another influencer that maybe can cover that you're expecting that this one doesn't have.
So now I'm really flattered that I got to work with you because it's not just you.
Yay.
You went through the whole
No,
team.
lady, no.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay, let's keep going. We've got maybe three or four more. So, what's the best way to reach out to a brand? How do we know if we're getting to the right person?
uh, like looking for the right person in a company.
Look, okay, so I'm an influencer. I want to get to you, but like, what would I send an email to info@polysleep, or how do I
Mm,
find you? Because you're part of the influencer family.
you can sometimes in the websites you can find, for example, if we talk about Polysleep, you can find my email as a PR specialist for Polysleep. But I received many emails from support, that it's like the platform that we receive emails. So do your due diligence. Like you need to
Yeah.
make your research and find the person for this brand. Go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, it's super good to find who is working in this company, who has these like who is in charge of marketing
Oh, I love
or
that.
PR. So that helps you. You can connect through LinkedIn or just Instagram. Sometimes people reach me through Instagram or directly on Instagram through the brand.
Yeah, it's interesting. So what I've done in the past is, yeah, I've either found them off the website, but if it's just not clear, then I will send a DM to the company through Instagram being like, hey, who's the best person to contact, or what's the best email? And then I usually get a response, and that's how I navigate that.
But
So
you know what? We need to be go-getters. Like if you really want to work with someone and they didn't reply, like go, leave a comment. Like don't be like peak like all the time, like, hey, I'm here. But if you know your value, like be a go-getter. Like if this person is not answering me through Instagram, okay, LinkedIn, or go to the website, or it's another email, or
I
like,
love that.
or
Yeah,
even if you
extra.
find a person that works in marketing, maybe it's not the right person, and tell me, hey, I'm really interested. I send this and that. I'm really interested to talk with the person in charge of this and that, because that's a very important thing. It's not just saying, hey, I just sent an email. Like, remember what we said at the beginning? Focus on your values, who you are, why you are a key person to work with, why we should care about you, like why you're looking to work with us. What do you have that we can work together? So even if you're pitching support or info or DM or LinkedIn or whatever, try to be consistent on that message of why you, what do you have that maybe it's like,
What
oh,
makes,
okay, I
yeah, what
like
makes
that.
you stand out? Yeah, yeah. It's all about the details, right? So
Hmm.
take some time in formulating that pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Is it better to work with one big influencer or a bunch of like nano micro influencers?
Again, depends of your strategy, depends of
Yeah.
your the scope of your campaign. Um, what do you want? Do you want brand awareness? Do you want brand exposure? What do you want? Depends on that. You can say, okay, um, like I'm gonna work with nano and micro influencers. Do you want new clients? Maybe go to nano, go to micro. Depends. If
I
you
think
want to
small
put
businesses should start with maybe the smaller ones because then you get more of a reach. Let's say 20 micro instead of one bigger one. I don't know.
yes. However, you can think big. Like, for example, this first quarter, I'm going to focus on two big influencers that support my brand. And I have the budget for it. So I started with this relationship with them. And I want, not because it's important as well to know that now I love to do like, uh, forgot the name, product ambassadors.
Yeah, brand
I love that.
ambassadors. Yeah, yeah,
Brand ambassadors or product ambassadors.
yeah, same thing.
Like, if you have a long-term relationship with them, that's amazing. And you investing money on them, and it's a long-term relationship. Like, they're gonna talk about you all the time.
I like
It's
that.
not that just one thing. Like, I'm gonna pay you this amount of money just to show these once. No, we're gonna build a strategy for the first quarter, and I'm gonna pay you this, and we're gonna do this thing, then this thing, and this thing. And so people that follow this influencer listen about this brand once, then again, and then again, and then they're having
Yeah.
this brand in their mind. Then you can say, okay, I invest enough money on this. Now I want to work with nano influencers. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work with 10 or I don't know, whatever you want. And I don't know, I'm going to send them a product, or we're going to do a micro, like a micro, an
Give a,
activation.
okay.
Oh, what now we can't, but maybe be creative. Like, be creative what you can do with them that brings new clients for you. Because nano, the nice thing about nano influencers is that they're small, but if they have an audience that believe in them
Yeah.
and they keep talking about your brand, you're not gonna convert them immediately as a consumer, but they become a potential consumer.
Like a
So
warm lead.
exactly. And also, I learned many in publishing. I'm learning a lot of digital marketing and how to put together with like the digital side with PR. And there's a lot of platforms that you can use, like these combos, like that people click and have a conversation with the brand, and then you can offer them like a gift, a discount, something that can convert them as a consumer. So try to learn a little bit about that and how to put those things together, that these nano influencers can help you to convert these these followers or these friends, because at the end most of them are friends, so people that believe in them. It's different that these big influencers that have many followers, but people that maybe they didn't know, but
Yeah.
nano, they are friends.
Okay, we got a next question. How can upcoming brands with limited budget use influencer marketing?
But as we were saying, like, you can work with nano influencers, or maybe try to, well, after COVID, You can do maybe some brand activations, invite them to your store if you have a store, or try to do, if you have a digital platform, what I think it's really good to do is like work with some influencers that can navigate on your website and show that to the influencers, to the audience. Like, hey, I partner with this brand and I want to show you how easy it is to navigate on their website. So let's go, like, have the experience, have the experience with your brand. And of course, if your website has a good like UX presence, like definitely it's somehow they will, oh, okay, it's super easy to navigate and I can find this and this and this products,
Yeah, and if you even invite them to your store, like you can, if you're a food company, you can offer them a free lunch maybe.
I remember, yeah, when I was in Colombia, we did like, and I think some friends from Colombia that work with me here, but we did like this, we work with Victoria's Secret, and in Colombia we have like these like perfumes and creams, body creams. And what we did was like a fragrance tour in the store. So we invite each because we didn't invite like many influencers. It was a very personalized activity, and we went through each of the fragrances, and we have the expert store, if it's like the sales manager or the person that knows about this type of like fragrances and which are the best for night, for going to, I don't know, for the weekend, or if you're going for a date, or in the morning after work or workout.
Or to approach brands. I'm just kidding.
And and girls show that on their stories, and people understand better how Victoria's Secret, because most of people is like, oh, Victoria's Secret, they have like underwear and that's it. But no, there's also like fragrances, body creams, and they have even fragrances with that won a prize, for fragrance of the year.
Wow.
So it's like, wow, those things are super cool to share. And if you have a brand that has this type of things, like that brings value, that for you is like, oh yeah, I won this award, or yeah, someone told me that I have the best, I don't know, cheese in my restaurant. Use that to share that with the people.
Because it's testimonials in a way too, right?
Yeah.
Let's
So
get to
bringing experiences, I think it's the best way to work with influencers.
Okay, there's a bunch of questions, but I know Instagram is going to cut us off at 11, so I want to ask one more quick question. This one, I guess. How can nano influencers get brand deals? And then the other questions were, how can nano influencers approach brands, which we've kind of covered on. Just
no matter how big you are, know your value, know your pillars, and believe in that. And if it's aligned with your purpose of influencing, because if you're doing this to monetize it, it's because there's something there that you want to share with people, right? If you're just thinking about money, it's going to work. But if you really have like an intention behind being you as an influencer, then be clear on that and go for it. Go for it and tell the people, okay, why you should work with me, and make your research why nano influencers are good for a brand, and share that with the brand to pitch them why a nano influencer it's good for you, and I'm here, and this is my values, and this is how I feel aligned with you.
And if you don't have the numbers, then you kind of have to approach it a different way, whether it's through testimonials, what makes you different, what can you create that's going to make you stand out. That's the route I've gone through content creation,
and
through video.
Same from the brand side, because there was a person talking about brands, small businesses to approach influencers, right?
Yes.
It's the same. Know your values, find a person and tell them, okay, I'm a new brand. I love what you do, and I feel we're aligned on this, how we can collaborate.
Yeah, see what the other person says
then
too,
you
right?
have this conversation. What are your expectations? Are my expectations? What I can offer you and what you can offer me. Maybe I'm a small business, and the influencer will know it. Like, okay, I can't ask this person for these big things, but if you connect with their values, they want to help you. They're going to help you. They're going to say, I'm going to help you with this. And so let's find like a win-win thing here, and align with those values, and magic will happen, believe me.
Yeah, and then that's where a contract comes in, and hopefully once the company becomes bigger or the influencer becomes bigger, then it can turn into like a paid partnership. So
And
you
be
never know where it
patient.
can,
Be
yeah,
patient as well. As a small business, as a small influencer, everything takes time, and we now want everything like now. No, I go little by little, maybe working just with one brand or one influencer, or maybe if you're a small influencer, you can tell them like, okay, I'm building my career here, how we can work, and maybe I can promote your product. I can do like a story and this thing, and that's it. And that goes through your portfolio,
yes.
working with the brand, and for them, you're adding value to them as well.
Amazing. And where can people find out more about you,
Yeah.
Maria?
Anything you need, come talk to me, DM me. I'm here for you.
Amazing. So I will be posting this as a replay. Thank you, Maria. I will leave her handle
Thank
and all
you.
that information. This was so informative. I really appreciate it. If you guys
No,
were
thank you
here,
for the opportunity. Wow.
yeah, this was all about influencer marketing through a brand's perspective, and I hope everyone got a bunch of value. Enjoy your weekends. You made it till the end. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions or you want to request specific content, I'll meet you down in the comment box below.